So with everyone on out there, what's going on? What's going on? Right now, I'm a hot mess because I'm just in the house, been handling business all day. I'm a freight broker now, so that's what I'm working on. And I'm waiting till a couple people get up in the room, give me time to get these photos ready and things like that. Get the tools that I want to share with y'all today on how to learn how to be the God that you are searching for. And you want to come on when it's time for me to go. All right, be safe out there, Demaria. But yeah, give me time to get the keys ready for you. I'm gonna break down a couple of things, and I'm not gonna go all the way into detail, just enough for you to be able to, on your spare time, even if it's 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a week, however, where you'll be able to learn that these tools are just tools. They're not they are the reason, but when you are a true scientist, it'll help you to learn how to use these tools to your advantage. That's what astrology is, and mainly really is. Yeah, that's what astrology mainly is, and yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna see a few more people get up in here, gather these things, and I'll be right forward. All right, I'm right for it. So I'm gonna get into this. Please excuse me. I like summer, but anyway, I don't care. I'm on here to share some spicy truth. All right, let me turn this down, and I'm gonna get straight into this. So I'm doing a lot of sharing from my computer, so y'all may not see me majority of the presentation. So okay, let's roll. There we go. So okay, when it comes to, I need to turn this down because I can barely concentrate. Maybe I'll just pause it. Okay. So when it comes to astrology or astrology, um, that's funny. This Coach Khair's this from CoachKhair.com. Please forgive me. I didn't know. I just typed in blank astrology chart and it popped up, so I'm just using it to speak. But I'm not on your actual website. Anyway, but yeah, make sure y'all do check this brother out. He's I'll say a master at astrology. I don't know what he really considered himself, but he's into astrology very deep. So if you want to, get further information, he's a brother that I've listened to. Also, Sister Myra. Sister Myra. She's another great astrologer that I got my first birth chart reading from. Also, there's another brother in New York by the name of hopefully I can think of his name because he's really good at it also. Astrology can be really expensive, but if you can find someone that is within your reasonable price range to pay for, I would suggest getting a birth chart reading. Even though you got Cafe Astrology, you can get it for free. But if you don't want to take the time to, actually study or search the information on what your is actually saying, you have these astrologers that's out there that can actually help you with that. Anyway, so you need a empty birth chart to I should say chart, or you can still call it birth chart to start off with. And due to that, so you can get to know how it actually looks, and how it's laid out according to the universe. But in the universe, it don't look like this, but in man's perspective of describing what he sees, this is how it's been presented to us in our form, so we can have a better knowledge of it. Also, you could change this if you're a person that studies the stars and come up with your own chart, because who is to say that these charts these charts are just one way of seeing things. That's why I said they're really tools. Doesn't mean that is real or that is facts. It's just a tool to help you along your path. So anyway, so you need this to start off with. I'm gonna show you mine, but I just want to catch y'all up to how I laid mines out in order for me to present this to you. Okay, the next thing that the one I printed out, let me see if I can find it, because this is not the one I printed out. Let me see. To be empty. Okay, so no, this is not it, because the one I printed out also got the numbers in it. And the reason why I printed this out is to each house has 30 degrees within each house. So the one I printed it out has the little tally marks in it and the numbers to show you the degrees in each chart. Let me see if they'll give me an empty one. Empty. And I already cut mines out. I thought I saved the pictures on here so I can show y'all. But ride with me. Ride with me on this, guys. Ride with me. I'm not strongly into researching astrology because my mind be in so many places that I can concentrate on one thing, but then now my mind shifts in a different gear and then I'm on to the next thing. So I do every once in a while dab in it, but I'm not like I'm not disciplined in it, I shall say. Some people are very disciplined in it because financial wise, or some people are very interested in it. Some people literally live their life to the fullest of it. That I would say is fine, but there should be a balance, because if you're not fully aware of what these energies actually doing, you can delve into it and then go crazy because something fails and you're like, well, the sign said this, and then someone that is disciplined in it come and show you like, oh, this is where you messed up at, and you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So just make it a balance. Don't be like literally living I gotta find this I'm sad I can't find this right now, but maybe I'll just show y'all my chart so you can actually see what I'm saying. Oh, this is kind of cool, the 360 wheel. So y'all can see what I'm saying. And if not, may y'all become creative with y'all's chart. So you can see. And I really suggest that you also do your children if you're parents. I need to do something else. So I don't want to keep like, oh, here we go. Damn. I don't like this one because it's like too zoomed in, but okay, so this is the one I printed it out. Why you gotta be ugly like that? Let me see if I go visit the page. And now it want to take forever. But anyway, so this is the chart that I chose, and I'm gonna show you mine. So this is what I chose to show the little slants in it. Maybe you can create your own, become creative, and you can create these little slants in it, because each house, this is a house, has 30 degrees in it. Has 30 degrees, and each one of these is 30. So this must be 10, this must be 20, the longer lines. And this is a house. So that's what I use. How did I get to office, man? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we'll get off of that because he's acting. So with the blank chart, this will just help you analyze how the wheel actually looks, right? So you got first, second, third, fourth, and so on, right? So the next thing that I printed out was, I wish I kind of, like I said, I thought I saved this stuff. Maybe I can find the next one I printed out. The next one I printed out, I thought it was pretty cool because it actually has the body parts that is ruled by each one of these houses. So let's go. Um, let me see. May all y'all be out. Oh, look at that. I am so pissed off because when I was looking for a chart to show the body, like this one right here, I think it's so cool right now. I couldn't find it. As a matter of fact, well, no, I don't want this, but this, if you want to, this will give you some clue on how your body is actually aligned among the astrology wheel. Like Aries rule the head, Taurus I want to say the neck, Gemini the hands, and I'm gonna say Libra I don't know. But yeah, so I like that chart. But the one I printed out, let's see. And you know what the cool thing about learning about the body, which I'm going a little bit, is that you can see the cool thing about astrology is so much to put together to actually know why you're in the body you're in. What is this one? No, that ain't what I want. And yeah, that's the cool part. And that's why it's, strongly suggested that you actually study your birth chart, like literally. Like it's strongly suggested. And that's why I say, even if you don't study, if you only study it maybe 5 times a day, a week, or a month, or something, you putting something in it. You leave away with knowing something. Here we go. Whoo, found it. You leave from the table knowing something about yourself without coming to the table and not knowing anything. So this is what I printed out because, see, it shows like literally what each one is, what each house is actually ruled by, right? So you got the head, you got Aries, the head. I forgot how to make this clear last time because it became clear for me last time. Anyway, I'm getting stuck on something. Anyway, so you got Aries right here, which is the head. Yeah, it came clear for me last time, guys. Anyway, so then you got Taurus, the neck, the throat, and the ears. You have Gemini, lungs, hands, and nerves. And it makes sense with Gemini because, Gemini, I consider them, well, they are considered the twins. And it makes sense why they have the hands. So this is why I say you have all the tools you'll ever need in life. You have Cancer that rules the stomach, chest, and breast. The heart, Leo rules the heart and the spine. Virgo, the bowels. Libra, the kidneys, the lumbar region. Scorpio, the pelvis and generative organs. You have Sagittarius, the hips and thighs. You have Capricorn, that rules the joint, knees, and skin. You have Aquarius, the lower limbs, calves, and ankles. And you have Pisces, feet and toes, right? So these are all of the body parts that are ruled by each sign, right? Or each sign rules those body parts, I shall say. So then the next chart I printed out was the chart to actually show you how each sign looks and each planet looks. So this is not the chart I printed out. Mine was colorful. um, and the other cool thing about doing this, you can get creative. It's suggested to actually take time and write these things out, and that's when you can get the compass to help you to make the perfect circle. Um, Compass and the contractor to help you make the perfect circle, and actually write these things out. You know, start taking time. Even if you write one house a day, here the chart that I printed it out. Even if you write one sign a day, at least you're doing something to learn. You're doing something to become a scientist. This is what I printed out so you can get used to what the sign actually looks like and what planet actually rules that sign and how that planet symbol looks. So this is Aries and this is Mars. Oh, I don't want to click on that. This is Taurus and Venus, Gemini, Mercury, Cancer, the moon, Leo, the sun, Virgo, Mercury, Libra, Venus, I almost called this Mars, Scorpio, Jupiter. Is this Jupiter? No, this is not Jupiter. This is Uranus. Yeah, this is Uranus. Oh no, this not. I'm tripping. Who is this character? I'm gonna skip down and come back. This is Sagittarius, Jupiter. This Capricorn, Saturn. This is Aquarius, Uranus, and Pisces, Neptune. Who the heck is this one? You got Mars, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus. What other planet is there? This is Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter. Oh, look, guys, I done messed up. Who else is out there? This is somebody. This is Jupiter. That's Saturn. Mars, Mercury, Venus. I don't know my planets. Let me look it up. I don't want to be throwing people off. Let's see. Let me see. Venus. So I got all of them. So what is that planet? What planet is that? Pluto. Yes. Bam. Forgot Pluto. So Scorpio and Pluto. My bad, guys. I'm taking longer. Anyway, so that's the chart that I chose to help y'all to see how the signs actually look, the planet that actually correlates. Some of these planets have other planets that have other rulers. So, like, for example, Mars is the main ruler of Aries, but also they said Scorpio has a co-ruler of Mars also. So I'm assuming it depends what type of astrology you're using. Like they have Vedic, they have Tropic, they have Western astrology. So I think it actually depends. I'm not deeply into it, but if you want to learn, you can always figure out what astrology you actually want to use once you become deeper into the science. The next chart I use is where it actually has the description of the sign in the chart, and what that sign actually like. Um, the I don't want to say the name, but it has like the description of what that sign is. Like, for example, I'm Cancer, so majority of my words can come out well. I feel, and things like that. But this chart don't have the I ams in it. But what it does have is I want to say the generational names for it, or the description of those signs. So let me find it. I thought I would find it on here. What did I put for those? I'm gonna just say. I should say will. Is this one? Oh, this is even better. Let me make sure it still lines up with what I have. No, but this is still a great chart. Let me see. Okay, so this is what I printed it out. I put as mine. I wish this would become clearer because I have found out how to do it. I'm so sad right now. Because it's like, it's not. Oh, there we go. It looks better, I think. Let me see. No. Anyway, so I'm sad. Anyways, I might end up doing this over. I really don't like how this is turning out. And that is most definitely not it. Anyway, so let me see. Oh, this is way better. Okay, so this is the chart that I printed out, guys. And you see how it tells you that it's a fire sign, and cardinal. Cardinal is like an attribute of what fire is. I may could be saying that wrong. But cardinal is like the beginning, the leader, the one with a lot of ambition. I would assume. Earth is Taurus is an earth sign, and then it's fixed. So like stationary, hard to persuade, hard to move. And if you've met a Taurus, Taurus, the Scorpio, and Aquarius and Leo, these people are hard to persuade. Your game got to be so tight to persuade these people, because it's very hard to get them to see from your perspective. Not saying they won't, but yeah. And what they know, they're so fixed in it that it's hard for them to, not saying they can't see it your way, but because they're so fixed in what they know that like it's hard for them to go outside of that. Mutable. Gemini is an air sign, and it's mutable, which meaning it can be on either side. It just goes with the flow of things. It can be with the good and it can be with the bad. It just flows. So this could be good in a lot of our lives, depending on where we're at. Each signs have a contribution to each other, to the other sign. It just depends how people let the energy play within. Like I said, these are It's not an actual thing that you have to live by day to day. Like, for example, when I'm in a conversation of people, I get in the mode now of asking, like, when is your birthday? Because it gives me a sense of how the conversation going to flow and things like that. Because if they're fixed and I'm sharing something and they keep going back to the same thing, or they're just not feeling me, it's gonna cause me to know or feel like, hey man, when your birthday, it's gonna cause me to question, like, they just won't budge. Or the mutable sign, some of them just like, oh, okay, oh, like they're not agreeing or disagreeing. They just like, oh, it's just whatever with them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really affect them. A cardinal sign, they're so into what they know that it's like everybody has to feel the way they feel, I would guess. And they're the life of the, and they want to lead by, you know what I'm saying? Cardinals are great. Fixed people are great. The mutable signs are great. But anyway, I wanted to get over here also because it shows right here that Aries, the trailblazer, independence, and your image. And the reason why is your image, because when you learn further into astrology, your first house is called your ascendant house, right? And I should have printed that chart out. This is considered your ascendant sign. So your ascendant is your first house and your image. So this is how I described it to my mom. Your first house is like your outer shell. This is your shell that everybody sees before they get to the other houses. And you express this a lot to the public. So, for example, before my chart moved, I was Libra. I didn't have any signs in it, but my ascendant was Libra, it's Virgo now. And to the public, I always express injustice, how much I hate all of the stuff that's going on in the world. So that's what would be expressed to the public eye. Then you have your second house, which is your sun. Excuse me, I shouldn't say that. I take that back. But it's your the grower, your productivity, and your stability. So anyway, each house has a certain strength a certain rule that it expresses in each house. For example, we all know that Gemini is known for communication, travel, and things like that. Great communicators. When you speak with a Gemini, you have to communicate like to a T, because if not, they do exactly what you communicated to them, and it's like you can't be mad because this is how you communicated with them. Great communicators. Love to travel. They like to party. They love people, and that's due because they're air signs. Aquarius is like that also, and Libra. And then you got Cancer is known for the home, empath, nurturing, security. Then each house has these attributes. So this is the chart that I printed it out. I'm not doing my best not to be too long because there's some stuff I want to show y'all, but I just want it to be so simple that you can just get started just with a little bit of stuff. But this is the I am chart right here. The eyes, when, in the Bible, it says, I am that I am. This, whatever. Whatever. Okay, so I just hate that I can't clear this up for you, but right here it says I am, which is Aries. So I am, awareness of self. So this is the house of I am. So you may meet Aries in their first house, and they may express, I am doing that. I am gonna go over there. They might express that a lot. Um, then you got the second house I have. So the second house is your money and things like that. So the second house is Taurus. So you might hear now, oh, well, I have, and things like that. So I'm not going to go into too much details, but if you want to print this out also and add it to your little project that I'm going to show you, then that'll be cool also. Just like Pisces is the house of I dream. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Aquarius, I aspire. So this is why I kind of question the age we're in, because I literally don't see us in Aquarius. Just all of the descriptions of Aquarius, I just really, really don't. I noticed that Aries more than likely describe more of the energy going on, because more and more people are becoming aware of who they are, and letting go of this persona, creating a certain persona. I don't know. I'm still doing my little bit of search into it, but like, for example, if you think about it, people are still doing like self-sabotage, like they're destroying their body, and that's part of Pisces still. So that's why I kind of question the age that we're in, because it's like we kind of came out of the dark, which is all of these houses right here, the Scorpio. This is like the dark times right here, and all of this is becoming enlightened. Like, we're becoming more enlightened. So I don't know. Don't go off of me. Do your own search out there. But this, I'm still kind of questioning. But anyway, so moving forward. So I just want to show y'all my chart real quick on how I put it together. So I started. You're gonna need some of these, or depending how you put your own stuff together. I'm not sure, but this is what I bought. I bought these little fasteners right here. You can pull them apart. You can pull it apart like that to help keep the chart together. But this is what I did. I put so I put it together like this. The blank chart on top. Then I put it to where it had the body parts on which each house ruled. And you see that it has the signs right there to help me out. Then on the back, because as above, so below, right? So I chose to put this at the top because this is the universe. And I chose to put this at the bottom because this is us, right? So you know how they have the 3D printer where it can print things in 3D now? I feel this is how we were created into this universe, that the universe is like this above us, and at the bottom is us being imprinted into a womb, just like a 3D printer. And so I chose the top to show the signs and the planets and how they're creating us at the bottom. And also I chose to put the other wheel on the inside to show what we're being given. So for example, you might be born and the universe is like this, right? So I'm gonna just turn it, and this is why I wanted to create it, so it can be interactive, right? So say the chart like this, right? Say your chart looks like this, right? So at the bottom, you're gonna create it to where your chart looks just like what is at the top. Universe look like. So at the bottom, And you have this at the bottom because the chart with the body parts have each each astrology sign attached to it. So we're going to rotate it to where Aries is halfway into Aquarius. Okay, let's do that. So how you know it's Aries? Aries is this. And we said it's halfway into Aquarius, right? So just switch it over there a little bit. And you'll be able to do a little bit more because you're going to signs and names into the chart so you can get a glimpse. Because you're going to I'll say go to Cafe Astrology so you can see how the planets are aligned in your chart. Write them in here so you can see how it look. And so this is used so it can be interactive. You know what I'm saying? You could take the day out learning. Oh, where is my sun? Okay, well, I'm a Leo sun and my moon is over here in Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? Then every day, and you know the sun moves every day. So when the sun's away from home, it's working. You know what I'm saying? You'll start learning if the sun is not in the house that it belongs in your birth chart, which is Leo, and it's going all the way around here, it's away at working, you'll get a better overview or grasp that, oh, okay, when it's over here or over here, it's exalted. There's different aspects that affect you when these planets are in other houses. That's, some, like, for example, I'm gonna just say the moon because moon rules emotions. So if your moon is over here in Aries and it's a fire sign, could be some strong emotions there, you know what I'm saying? And it's actually ruled by Mars. So there's a lot that you have to study here concerning the moon being in Aries, knowing it should be over here, but it's not. So learning your emotions and your Aries, this is how you'll express yourself emotionally through the moon. Either it's strong or it's weak. But it doesn't mean that you can't strengthen that or learn how to not let it rule. Learn how not to let the emotions rule you. Get what I'm saying? So one thing I wanted to share. So that's what I did. This is how I created my little chart. I just wanted to show y'all so you can use it to be interactive with your children and use it as a little study guide, make you a separate thing just to see, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to make one whole chart anyway, but just to see how it's actually put together. That's all I did. I just wanted to show y'all, you know what I'm saying? The other thing I wanted to show y'all is how anyway, I want to if you learn, this is great, right? Because each sign has a planet that is ruled by it, right? So if we go pull up a chemistry, I shouldn't say a chemistry chart, I should say periodic table. Right? Again, that's a periodic table. I spelled that all wrong. I spelled tab. Anyway, learning purposes. All right, so right here, wish it was clear. All right, so right here, if you find Pluto, or I should make it better. Easier. I'm talking about better. Pluto. I need one with the actual names on there. Can't see that crap. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. I got me one right here because that some of these signs are actually like literally ruled by the same planet. Because some of these planets are made up of more than one element. Um, okay, anyway. So, all right, I didn't find well, okay, so Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Okay, so they're saying Saturn is hydrogen and helium. I don't know how accurate that is, but maybe I shouldn't have delved into this area. But the reason why I delved into it is because your body, when you learn astrology, as I have, your body is made up of certain elements, and the organs have to have certain um, elements um, as they consider vitamin or nutrients to keep them reserved or to help them to be able to function correctly. So, like, you got potassium, you got, which is K, you got potassium, lead, which is PB, and you got gold in your body. You have silver, which is the moon, copper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have you have the planet is you got iron. The planet has certain effects with and these elements are a part of these planets. So when you learn the body, for example, if you learn about teeth, you want to know what makes your teeth strong. You can look up the teeth. Then you can look in your chart. You can look in your chart because see, this is how they're showing you each sign what it rules, right? So we know that Aries rules the head. So I would imagine that Aries is responsible for our teeth, right? Let me see what this one say. Well, it just says the head. So let me see what else. But I would imagine Aries rule the teeth because it's the head area, right? So you look it up, then you'll look in your chart to see what sign is actually there. Like for mine, like I said, it was Libra, but now it's Virgo. You know what I'm saying? So this why it's suggested to learn your chart because it's so many layers to yourself. That's why they say you are the guy that you're actually looking for. So within is so without, how the universe is how you're operating on the chessboard. Also, I wanted to show you the reason why I'm just into this. I really think that we've been living in someone's changed up the time somewhere, because when you look at an astrology chart, right, the chart flows exactly how this Fibonacci sequence is, right? It flows just like this. It goes from Aries and it goes clockwise, right? Or, well, I shouldn't say clockwise. Well, anyway, it goes clockwise, or if you put it this way, it goes counterclockwise. If you use this one, or or if you use this one, it's going. Oh, this is counter. Is this one clockwise? No, it's going counterclockwise, and this one's as if it's going clockwise, right? But how long have we been using this way of seeing the universe? Because when you see things grow, they have a Fibonacci sequence, right? This one look like it's going this way around. This one got the numbers on it. So yeah, see, right? So I'm gonna just use this for an example. This is just my perspective. This is Aries, right? They saying this is Pisces and Aquarius. So they're saying we're actually going counterclockwise, right? I just don't. I don't know, man. Still doing my best, because when you learn these books that they've given us, calling it religion and stuff, there are certain things that you can follow and align with the astrology, and doesn't, it's kind of off somewhere. I don't know where. See, this is kind of cool. See what I'm saying? Like, it's like intertwined within intertwining, because if you see these, they're going outward, and then you see the other one, they're going the other way. So that's why it's saying, what is one without the other? You know what I'm saying? Look how this flower's inside is made. So it's like we're spiraling inwardly just to spiral outwardly. Anyway, man, I didn't want to keep y'all longer. However, like, see, look at this. Like, this is the finishing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we in Aquarius? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's spiral. The universe spirals this way unless it's starting to cave in on itself, which I would assume why they're saying we're going into Aquarius. I don't know. And the universe is ongoing. So ain't no telling like when things actually got started. I came in the timeline during they were saying this is what happened with Jesus and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Like, I'm just questioning. I may be wrong, and I'm fine with that, because that's the part of learning your journey is inspecting things. That is so beautiful. So beautiful. This is our world. This is your world. This is what make you. You know what I'm saying? The more you grow inside, the outside, it don't do nothing but get better. It gets better. You know, life gets better. If you really look at that, you can actually see the spiral. And you can see the spiral the other way. So things get better. See? And that's why I'm like, how are we going into Aquarius? How did we go into Aquarius? If this is how the world really operates, how the heck are we going into Aquarius? If someone can explain me that, then I will be, I will. I'm still gonna do my own research, because like I said, I've been noticing the energy. Let me get it off there. I don't want nobody falling asleep. uh, but yeah, like I don't know. I've been. Seem like somebody tracking me or something. Anyway, so Yeah, I don't know. Like, if the universe is ongoing, like, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, I'm just questioning it. And even if somebody can prove it to me, or share me theirs, I still just don't see how we're going into Aquarius. Seem as if we're going backwards instead of pushing forward. Because the universe doesn't go backwards, and I would assume, unless man is doing stuff to the universe to cause it to do such a thing. Okay, so here it's showing that this energy is going clockwise, and then this energy is going counterclockwise. I don't know what that's. Oh, okay, I see. So that you can see it going this way, but then you can also see it going this way, going downward. See it? So this one going downward. If you take the yellow, I'm tripping. If you take the yellow and put it on top, you'll see the downward of it. So it's like clockwise and counterclockwise at the same time. So it's like one is nothing without the other. Dark is nothing without light. Black is nothing without white. Here goes it put together. You see that? That's it's hard. Like, this is us. This is the universe. It's intertwined within itself. That's why you male and female. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the guy you looking for. You're one within itself. You have more of the other. Like, if you're male, you're more male than female. Some of us are both. Like, I don't know, the homosexual thing. I kind of, because one of the planets is a mutable planet, like it's male and female. So I was wondering if at a certain point when that energy was here, why it's so strong, which I think it may be a possibility. But we have so much science to delve in, like so much to delve in, guys. You know, this is the things your children should actually eat. Well, even you, because even if we become adults, you still can learn a lot of that stuff away because someone told us, oh, you got to, but this stuff you should be into. See, look, it even go in more depths for us. So I'm assuming that if you calculate this stuff, it'll help you get number 8. You know what I'm saying? It's showing the science. It's showing the science, guys. So it's showing you 0, then 1, 0 and 1. Then it's showing you 2, 1. Oh, this is not 1, but 1, 2. Then I don't know what the heck this showing. I can't even see the number. Oh, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna assume that's what this is doing. But there's a science to everything, guys. Like, and it's a reason. This stuff we should really be into. Like, all this other stuff they got us doing is distraction, because this what they learning. This what they learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this considered 1? Then you got 2. Then you got 3. Then you got 4. Then you got what, 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this considered this? And then you can go the other way. You got this like that, right? Let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm assuming all of these are 7. Let me try one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one got 8. Then let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's 7. So something happened right here. But anyway, so yeah, why is it like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder if it's the shape that why it's saying 13 or something. But this is how you're written into your mother's womb. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how an embryo in a embryo looks in a mother's womb when it's being born. See, oh, they got images too. See what I'm like? What is this? Oh, this one they see. Look at this, man. You got 0. You got, oh, I should say 1. You got 2. You got 4. You got the 4 split into 2 themselves, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Then you got whatever this is going on. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? So if you look, certain parts of you is developed. This why I said this, when the universe is above us, you're being developed a certain way. And look, so you get the body first. Your head ain't even developed all the way yet. It's like you got a head, but your body is developing. It's developed more than the head. What else? Let me see what else I can find. I would imagine the body being developed in a Fibonacci sequence itself. Let me see what this is. Oh, this how, yeah, you in a circle the whole time. So I would imagine why the universe is up, why you're the universe doing what it's doing, each area of you is just developing day by day. Like, the sun keeps going. It's the fastest moving planet, and the moon, one of the fastest moving planets. So whatever areas it rules, I'm assuming has a strong influence on how your body is being developed. There's something else I've seen over here. So, see, it's showing images of how you actually look inside your mother's womb. So you know how they say, oh, we're reptilians or aliens or something. Look like a damn lizard and something right here. So these sciences are deep, guys. But see, they're saying this how you actually, look at that, a bat. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, they comparison us to how animals are developed. You see that? That's crazy. It's crazy. So when people say, oh, would you eat animals? Would you eat your own self? Would you eat your brother and sister? You kind of already is, you kind of already is anyway. I guess we can't imagine us doing it because we actually see the animals and stuff like that. But that's why it goes back to so within, so without, whatever you're doing to yourself is presented on the outside. Look at this. Showing us again compared to everything else. So anyways, guys, I'm not gonna, the video is pretty long, but I would just want to go through some of this stuff to show y'all that your chart is something important. And as I stated before, a lot of this stuff are just tools. They're not something that you have to like carry around all day like, oh, I gotta be making sure I live up to my moon and all this and that. No, just know that example, if you have um your Mercury is in Taurus, learn how it affects you by being in Taurus. Because Mercury is known for the communicator. That's why it rules, is one of the rulers of Gemini. And that's why Gemini is known for communication. It's the communicating planet. Learn about Mercury, learn about Taurus, put them together and come up with your own conclusion. Oh, okay, when it's over here, oh, okay, you get a more understanding, and it's fast. If I'm correct, it's like fast moving or something. Like it's hard. Like if it's in water, it can mess water up because it's not a slow moving planet. You know what I'm saying? So learning about Mercury and learning Taurus, the energy that Mercury gives Taurus, it helps you to grasp like, oh, okay, I know when Mercury is in my house, how it's going to affect me. Or if the moon is in Sagittarius in your chart and the universe is playing with the moon and the moon is in Sagittarius at the time, you'll know how you're going to be reacting. So it's on you. You can't blame, because I noticed this, people blame, oh, this is why I'm acting like this. Because you got to remember, you have choices also. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's great to know that you have that planet in that chart, but it doesn't justify why you're acting out, because you have a choice. There's always an inner voice that tells you, it gives you a warning or something, some sign comes along and say, hey, this is a test. This is a test. It's on you to act out on it. A lot of us know, be like, for example, we be at work, somebody testing our gangster, and we like, oh boy, whoo, they better be lucky because I don't want to turn that side of me out. Because man, that side come out, who is going down in here? You know what I'm saying? Things will warn you and things test you to bring out certain powers or certain behavior or personalities out with these. So that's why it's great to know your chart, because you like, oh, you know, I'm Taurus, I'm real bullheaded and I'm fixed and I have the sun playing out in my Taurus. Like you know what I'm saying? And you might have Mars in there. So that's even worse because, you know, Mars is a whew. But anyway, I like Mars. I like all of the planets and all of the signs. It's just learning how to operate within all of the signs and all of the planets, especially when you're interacting with people on this universe. But I just really came on here because I want, now look at that. It's all clear now. Make me want to do my video over. Anyway, so I just came on here because I wanted to share y'all that. I might just do it over because it's a little too long, but maybe not. But I just wanted to show y'all that why it's so important to learn your chart. Dang, I can't believe this. Anyway, why it's important to learn your chart and why it's important to learn how to use it in your advantage. Because as I keep stating, they're just tools. They're just tools. You don't have to do this. I just wanted to show you how you can make it interactive to learn. So as above, so below, right? As above, so below. While you're in the womb of a woman, these are encrypting you or creating you within the womb, like a 3D printer. You input the information, right? And it prints out exactly what's inputted, right? So that's why I created that. It'll also help you with learning about your body. Like people have diabetes, right? You can learn what causes diabetes, what areas are affected by diabetes and things like that. And it can also help you to learn alchemy, which is, you know, chemistry, learning the periodic table, right? learning this, learning what elements are affected in your body, because everything on the inside of us is on the outside. That's why people say, why do you keep looking for a God? You have self study, self preserve, self everything. If you don't know self, you can't really help the world, which a lot of us are wanting to keep contributing to. You don't even know yourself, but you want to go help some people because you feel like they're homeless, they're suffering. Well, our reality is you really suffering because you don't know yourself. How can I go help an alcoholic when I'm still trying to fight alcoholism, or I'm still trying to fight my past, or I'm still trying to figure who I am out, right? You can't go help an alcoholic if you don't know self. You can suggest all day to the alcoholic something, but if once you start taking care of this, the things on the outside do change. They do change. That's another issue. They do change, guys. That's why you shouldn't focus so hard on caring for the world. The world gonna take care of itself no matter what. Once you start changing this, the perspective of the world on the outside of you starts changing, because you're pushing that energy out. You start, for example, you changing a lot of the negativity that you think about yourself, right? You starting to change that. So things on the outside starts looking more positive. Of course, there's always going to be negative, because positivity has to have some negative in it, just like some negative have to have positivity in it. So self, like everything is self. You teach your children the same thing. In school, they don't learn this. They're learning how to be strategic. They're strategically learning how to be a prospect, I should say, or learning how to build someone else's empire. It takes away from them their self perseverance, them, when they should be actually building their kingdom, their own kingdom. Like for me, I said, this is just me. If I have children, I want to make sure I'm solid in my foundation financially. So once I become a mother, my children tell me what they want to do. I want to be able to financially support how they see their own life, because I'm just a guide for them. I'm their mother, but I'm not, like, I don't know how I'm their mother, their guide. I'm not here to actually force them to be something. They came here on their own mission, and I'm here to guide them to get through that mission. Even if they fall off the path, I'm still a guide to help them to know, hey, you're better than that. Hey, you didn't come here for that. Things like that. That's what we're actually here for. So hear your children out when they're speaking these things. Hey, I don't like school no more, Mom. I want, or Dad, I want to study these things. Like I'm more interested in this. You got some of these children are math with, science with, can read a book without reading a book. You know what I'm saying? They want to learn how to be chefs and build things. That's the stuff we should be more into helping them, instead of forcing them. Oh no, you got to go to school. You got to do this. School. We in school every day, walking down the street at school, because you're learning, you're observing the environment. You know what I'm saying? People let words dictate things. Words have screwed us all up. Who said blue is blue? Who said red is red? Only man put a word to it. In the Bible, it said that the Creator gave Adam, he put him in charge of naming everything. You know what I'm saying? Who said a kangaroo is a kangaroo? It's just there's a word put onto it. What if your child say, "Oh, that's that hoppy thing. It just hops and hops with its big old feet and long tail." What if he want to describe it like that? Or he said, "Oh, that's juniper." Now all the kangaroos that we know as kangaroos, really their real name is junipers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let children be children. You're supposed to develop your own world. That's why it's important to learn part, to learn why you're actually here. A lot of y'all not supposed to be working these 9 to 5s. You know what I'm saying? When you read their history on how they wrote about what was going on here, a lot of places they went to, nobody was working somebody else's job. Everybody had their own little thing with them, their own trade. A lot of us have things that we can go into, but we don't do it because we're too busy trying to work a 9 to 5. We're so scared. We ain't gonna have housing. The bill's not gonna be paid. You don't take time to plan things out. You don't say, well, I'm gonna give myself 2 years on this job, but I'm gonna go start my own business. You use that job to help stabilize you in your own business. And once you become stabilized enough in your own business, you can kick that other job to the curb, the 9 to 5, so you can put more energy into self and into your family if you have a family. If you don't have a family, that's more energy into yourself. And you can establish the kingdom and things that you are looking for. You know what I'm saying? So have to learn how to take care of self, your godly body, the body that helps you to sustain here. Because I don't think this is the only level. I think this is just a level we had to experience because we're in that type of energy. Or I don't know. Like we might go to a next level and you get a different type of body, but you have the same soul or spirit or however, whatever is within us that keep us going. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of cartoons show you that, like they keep the same body, but they're always switching. Or even some of the characters, like for example, Eddie Murphy is well known for doing that. Nutty Professor, he played damn near everybody in the damn movie. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said these people never lie to us. It's just that if you don't know how to read in between the lines of things, you'll always think somebody is against you. Instead of like literally taking the time out. Because how we know that Jesus wasn't every person in the New Testament. He might have been all his disciples, but if you let men tell it from their perspective, these were all different people. You know what I'm saying? But Jesus could have been all of them, but he put on different costumes to express different energies. You know what I'm saying? And who else is known for? You got Eddie Murphy. Oh, Martin had Shanae. He had Jerome. You know what I'm saying? He's well known. So learn it. This is why it takes time to stop hearing everybody else. Hear self sometimes. Take time out for self. Let self guide you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say there's a lot of things that have been in our face for a long time. And we really need to give a round of applause for people that have taken the time out to give us the keys. We have had keys for years now, but you let like a conscious community come along. You let all these other groups, Hebrew Israelites, the Aboriginals, all of these different groups come out and cause you to only focus on one cause, just one little cause. These causes been going on for years, guys. If it wasn't, how come back in the days, they all was like, well, I don't like this religion, I'm gonna create my own religion. Well, I don't like this color, I'm gonna go wear this color. Or I don't like this food, I'm gonna go eat this food. Like, it's been going on. And if the world wasn't meant to be like that, it wouldn't be like that now. So stop acting as if everybody has to be in one group. You don't. Because it will cause somebody to be bored, or it will cause somebody to come up in power and change some shit. I mean, you see it every day. People don't agree with Bush. So what happened? another president arising, and people like what he was talking about. Okay, now they don't like Obama no more. Donald Trump is in the chair. Somebody ain't gonna like Donald Trump. He get out the chair. Somebody gonna like somebody else. So stuff get bored to a lot of us. So that's why you shouldn't keep your mind so locked in or in tune into one thought, because it's not meant to be like that. Some are going to come slowly, and that's fine because we're all on our own path. For example, it's a lot of us born in the 80s, right? So if you're all born in 81, every person that's born in 81 does not think alike. They don't think alike. Just like, for example, those that were born during Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey era, right? A lot of them they all did not think alike. Some people was against that shit. They was your same skin color. They was against that stuff. So it's the same thing being played out now. A lot of us don't agree with a lot of these groups. So stop forcing it upon people to think just your way, because it's not a one-way street. Nothing is a one-way street. We all have different paths. Thank you for the tools, though. I can say that you brought tools to me that I can actually use on my journey. Okay, I see how they are people back then, but I'm not going through it. But it gives me some sort of download within me to say that these people are always going to feel however they feel about whoever. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to learn how to build a car. All the cars that I've studied, they all agree on this one little part within a car that actually makes the car go. So I know for a fact that that's actually going to work for the car I'm going to build. But I noticed that out of the main cars, the main three cars that's extremely popular, they didn't all agree on this one part. So I'm going to figure out my own part, maybe use all three of them, put them all together to see what I can create for my own. That would help me be different from these three main cars. So this is the same thing with you. You find what resonates and what doesn't, you leave it. Because while you're doing that, something else comes along, it resonates with you, you leave that. You're building yourself. That's why in the Bible it says, put on the full armor of God. You have to learn how to protect. You have to learn how to protect yourself, because all these downloads, remember, you're a computer. All these downloads can cause viruses, what they consider diseases, right? So you have to learn how to decipher things. A lot of this stuff not good for you. It's called junk mail or junk food, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn. You can't just assume that everything is for you, because it really isn't. So learning your chart, picking up those tools, carrying it with you, to me, which is the full armor of God. Learning how to carry these things with you. Learning what makes you powerful and the unique being that you are. Seeing where you can contribute at, because some of y'all should be managing. Some of y'all should be being CEOs. Some of y'all should be out here having these nice buildings and having workers under you, and you multi-billion with your feet up on your desk and smoking cigars or drinking the best wine or whatever your preference is. Some of y'all should be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Some of us is going to be on the levels of being poor, can't get it right, or none of that, because that's the energy that we're in. But it's not to say you cannot climb the ladder. Just like for a caterpillar, in order for it to turn a butterfly, it has to learn what it means to turn into that butterfly. And once it get it builds a cocoon, and bam, it's the butterfly. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with you. What would help you to become that butterfly? Is it changing your environment? Is it changing your thought patterns? Is it changing the people around you? Once you learn that, nothing else can stop you. So, as I stated, these are just tools. They're only tools, guys. Don't let nobody stop your flow. Only you can stop that, because you're allowing others to. But as I stated, learn your chart, I'm not gonna keep holding anyone any longer. May all y'all be out there doing well. May all of y'all be prospering to the fullest extent of self. And always remember, self comes first before anything.